Oh, Sahana drew. Andrew Fenton, no. Kyle Dongak is higher. Yeah, I think.
And Eugene got the under 2300, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Chloe. Yeah, still got
I
Chloe
mean,
and James Marsh 3.5.
They
each.
were just so far ahead of the field.
They were doing so well the whole term that even with a loss, they still got 250.
They still clinched it
Still
together.
decent prize. Yeah. Okay, so I think they're gonna show the games soon. Okay,
Yeah.
does the game officially ended where? Yeah, it ended after King F8 A5 and they agreed to a draw here. By the way, this position still, I guess somebody could theoretically win, but okay, I guess it's a draw objectively.
But I guess, if Zachary had to be the one to offer the draw here,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, interesting.
And Joseph probably figured, okay, why not?
I mean, yeah, why this pawn on a5 could be annoying.
Yeah, this one, probably Queen G3, Rook C1, something like that. It's like mating ideas.
Yeah.
So it's completely winning.
Although Black has no risk. I mean, he is up a pawn.
Sort of true, yeah. John Hughes against Liam. Okay, so this is going to be a mate in a few moves. Yeah, suddenly after this Queen E2 happened, all it takes is one move you miss and then you lose the momentum. Yeah, the stupid bishop on B3, yeah?
Yeah, just really didn't
Yeah,
see
now
the light of day.
everything just collapsed
Unfortunately.
for John. Down to his last few seconds and...
So I guess
yeah, I think every game finished now. It's.
do you want to take a quick break before the playoffs? We'll get the setup done.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, so maybe we can, I guess, change the scene to be right back. Let me just make sure. For those of you that are still with us, we will be right back. I believe the staff is setting up the Blitz playoff between Mikola Bortnik and Joseph Saltson, so we'll get confirmation on the details of that in a moment. Hey everyone that's still here on the stream. We are just finishing setting up. International Master Mikola Bortnik and Joseph Zeltsin will be starting their playoffs for the Marshall Chess Club Championship title very soon. I have received confirmation that it will be 2 games of 3+2. Each player gets a game of white and a game of black. And if it is tied after that point, there will be an Armageddon where I believe there will be bidding for colors. So stay tuned. We will be live shortly. And just to clarify, I see a couple questions in the chat. Yes, this will be broadcasted live, so do stick with us for that.
You're unmuted now.
All right, guys. Well, welcome to the very exciting playoff between 2 players in Amazing Four, Joseph Zeltsin and Mikola Bortnik.
Yes, this is gonna be dope. I mean, we have 2 games to start off with, 3+2. Each player gets 1 white, 1 black. And then if it is still tied up, then we get Armageddon.
Armageddon with potentially pieces flying and excitement and.
So I know like the chess.com has really had like interesting Armageddon bidding. Have you thought much about how much time you would bid?
I've done that a few times. I had to do it for several online knockout tournaments that I've played against some other GMs. I've had to do it in the 2014 US Championship against Varakobian. That bidding system where you bid, whoever bids the lower gets to choose their color and things like that, and you're trying to guess what somebody else
the
bids
game
and,
theory there.
Yeah, things like that. And sometimes I've seen how Magnus and Hikaru would have these bidding wars. Like they would go very low, like 8 minutes versus 15, and just trying to outbid each other, trying to really play gamesmanship.
So in the Armageddon, I know like for a while it was 7 minutes versus 4 minutes, where black would get draw odds, which seemed ridiculous.
I thought it's 10 versus 7, but these days they usually do the bidding thing where they're trying to but yeah, that's the kind of a new approach. But some players they just do a traditional Armageddon.
Okay, so let's say it starts off with base time of 5 minutes. How much time, if you were in this situation, how much would you bid for black? For draw odds, I guess.
Well, I remember when it was a 10-minute game. I had when I won the US Championship qualifier in 2020 online, and I was playing Christopher Yu. I remember I bid something like 743
for the 10 minutes.
Yeah. So I was thinking, okay, I don't really want to have less than 7.5 minutes against 10 to play black, but I thought 8 minutes or higher is kind of okay. So I thought this is okay. Even 7:45 if he bids, I thought okay, that's still fine. But below 7:30 I didn't want, and he bid 7:30, and I was happy to play white with 10 against 7:30, and I ended up winning the game. So that's good memories. But yeah, in general, I would say that I've usually done better with white in Armageddon. I've usually, when I have a chance, I almost always choose white. Because I wouldn't say that my openings are so bulletproof that I just know every line by heart and then I just can make a draw very easily, especially with time pressure. So I usually just take white if I have a chance and put pressure. But I know a lot of people take black and I consider it a mistake, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, interesting. I guess if you do have really rock solid repertoire, then you don't really care if you have low time.
Yeah, if you're a top elite player, then yes, but I'm anywhere but. I'm far from it. So
So you want to maximize the practical chances
yes,
in your
for
games.
definitely, yes. I've won many good Armageddons with white against Alejandro Ramirez in the US Open, against Mamedov, who's a very strong blitz specialist in the World Open.
That Armageddon, I think I saw the one against Ramirez. That was in
that was
Orlando,
epic
Florida,
one.
right?
Orlando, Florida. Yeah, that's where I'm going for great nationals soon.
Yeah,
It's a good memory because winning US Open is always great. Okay,
And we're live already.
So yeah, we're live already, and let's see what happens here. So Mikola is playing c3, and
Mikola's white playing his trademark Alapin.
Alex, you think you can beat Magnus 5 minutes to 2 minutes? That's a good question.
How many games are we playing? And is this like some fried liver?
I would like to believe that I can in a match, but but Magnus also I think beat or some games against Lawrence Trent down a rook in the blitz.
So there's a lot of fireworks already. So Queen F3, it's like a fried liver, but C3 is occupied, so Knight's not coming to C3.
Yeah, very weird. And Bortnik is playing very quickly, but here he went very deep. He actually spent almost a minute, which is a humongous amount of time to spend in the blitz game in one move, which is quite.
But he's comfortable with the 2-second increment for sure. Like he's a bullet and blitz specialist.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he spent that long specific on that move. Knight A3 actually seems natural to me, but I guess
Knight B5 ideas. Okay, so
Knight B5 castle's long or something. I guess is the problem. So okay, Knight C4, Rook D8, Knight here, Bishop D3. Okay,
I guess we should just put it to the live position, right? Because they'll be moving quickly.
Yeah.
Bishop A3 looks like Black has these permanent structural weaknesses, but Bishop pair. I mean, Bishop.
Yes, now Bishop E3, Bishop Rook G2. But yeah, it seems like it's could be good for. Well, actually, I'm not so sure. It's well, actually, White could castle long here, I think, right? And then King B2. Or is there Rook A8? There's Rook A8. That's. Yeah, I don't know. It's
so is Black obligated to go Bishop takes E3 here?
I guess one move also does F5.
F5.
Yeah, I can't even do anything
arrows.
on this. Yeah, I guess F5, F4 is a very interesting option here. Okay,
he goes for F5.
He goes for it.
Yeah,
he listens to me. Yeah.
But what's so bad about Rook G1? Is Rook G1 so dumb?
Well, Rook G1, I think there was like F4 and
Knight C4. Is that so bad?
Taken Rook G2 maybe was. I mean, it's unclear, right? It's a blitz game, so.
Okay, so anyways, this is similar things happening except White castled queenside.
Yeah, but the thing is, A7 is actually, is it hanging? There's always Rook A8, Rook A2. Yeah, just too wild of a position to really.
I feel like A7 is a poison pawn for sure.
Okay, Rook D5. Okay, interesting. So if Bishop A7, then take, and then Rook A5. I guess is the point.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not touching that A7 pawn ever. Like Bishop A3.
I don't know about that. I mean, I wouldn't be. Okay, and speaking of which, he touched it. Yeah, like I said, it's not clear why it's such. Wait, what just happened?
He's got bigger huevos than me.
Rook G. Wait, what? Rook G5 and G. No. I think it was Rook takes G2. More likely, this is a little strange. Why would you go Rook G5 and why would you then go G4? This makes no sense. Okay, but now they kind of fixed it a little.
But rook e1, rook g1.
No,
is
I think
this-
that I think this was the position that it just happened like right away after rook takes g2, rook g1.
Interesting.
I mean, what's the pawn count here? Black is down a pawn here still, so
Yeah,
it's, you have to prove the compensation here. Not so easy.
yeah, not so easy at all. But I mean, currently
And the
has
bishop on
initiative.
h6 is not great either. It's like offside, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's and the a7 pawn you might think it's poisoned, but you know you do make the pass pawn. Although here,
Lots of moves just now.
yeah, takes here, and then yeah, he really wants to get rid of the a2 pawn, which is smart.
Yeah,
Otherwise, that pawn will, you know, bishop b6, a4, a5. If that happens, white's winning.
yeah,
So,
white's crushing. Interesting decision. Bishop b6 with rook d8 maybe to follow.
yeah, and then defending d2, and then maybe
Yeah.
playing king b1,
King b1.
something along those lines. Yeah.
And then you get rook h8 with tempo, probably
Yeah.
bishop c5 to follow.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, rook d8 seems natural. Yeah.
Yeah, king e7.
Maybe king e6. I don't know. Just king e6, maybe king f5, king e4 in the future.
That's also possible. I kind of like king e7 more because king b1, rook a6 would be a nice trick, and then if c5, rook takes b6
Yeah. And then king takes
was
d8.
a fascinating trick. But yeah, but oh, rook h8, okay, f3. Okay, this is getting very interesting because if bishop e3, I can take on e3, and then like suddenly f2
F2,
falls. Yeah,
yeah.
this is okay. So he went back to d8. So I don't know. Rook h8 might have been an oversight, and now rook a6. Okay, so rook a7 forces a draw, I think.
Yeah, because bishop b6 and then this idea
You
of
can't
c5.
play c5 because rook
your,
b6.
Your removal of the guard.
The only question is whether black can play for a win, but probably not. Yes, so I guess
Wait, but what about bishop b6, rook a6, rook b8?
no, bishop a6. He goes rook d6. Oh, I missed that. Wait,
That's
but
a resourceful.
wait, but bishop f4, rook takes, and king
C6.
d7. What's happening there?
Looks like that's bishop. Maybe bishop takes e5 and
Bishop takes e5. Bishop takes e5, and how many pawns?
rook. Then rook h6.
Because if bishop b8, I think I have rook b7, and if bishop b6, I think I have rook a1 check, and then king takes, and then I take that. It goes bishop b8, so rook b7. What happens after rook b7? Rook b7, rook e6, and then king e7. Okay, this is.
it's like the intermezzos have to run out.
He goes rook
eventually.
he goes rook a1. Wait.
1 is the
He
clock right?
He goes for this. Okay, wait. Oh, then the h pawn is. Wait, this is.
But d4. What
but
about
d4 and
f6?
bishop g3. And
Bishop g3 is sick.
this whole position is just something crazy, yeah. H5, and then at some point he needs to play. Or can he go king c2 and be in time? I have no idea at this point. It's totally.
Oh, e6 is the idea. Oh no, but you can't. You don't make it.
Oh wait, but he took.
No, because e7, bishop to b8, e7.
No, but why did he go king b7? Why
That's
didn't
a
he just
huge
go
blunder.
h4?
That's
why
game
Why
over.
didn't he just play h3?
Yeah, because his king can cut
Oh my-
e8. Wow.
And he flagged. Oh.
Massive blunder at the end.
Wasn't he winning after h3?
H3, e6, bishop b8.
And then e7,
E7,
king
king
d7.
d7.
And if e8, I mean, the only thing I can think of after h3 is maybe c5, but I mean,
Wow.
yeah, wow, this
Can-
is so heartbreaking.
So I guess would be great to get a confirmation on the result. Refresh.
And Carlos, what happened in the first game?
This looks like the final position.
Yeah, Nicola won. What?
Oh my God!
Nicola
king,
won.
King b7. What a heartbreaking
Wow,
blunder.
the
H3.
position might be winning for black after h3.
Yeah, H3.
Or
'Cause
even bishop g3 maybe is winning, right? I think.
Bishop G3 is very cute.
Yeah, what a swindle. Yeah, why king b7? What's the point? Ah, man. Such a close,
Wait.
epic game.
After H3 is C5 a move,
Well, that's what I was thinking. But I think bishop g3 might even be easier.
but then E6,
Then bishop takes b8.
then takes.
No, I go bishop g3 right away. Right away.
Oh, instead of H3.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
bishop g3 immediately win.
Yeah, my idea with C5 was to cover D6.
Yeah, I think
but-
h3 c5 might be the only chance, but then Bishop G1 even. No, just Bishop G1.
Yeah, yeah.
Or even Bishop G1 right away. Like literally everything except for King B7 what he did.
Yeah.
But in,
Well, earlier though.
when you have 5 seconds, just anything could happen. It's just like such a crapshoot this Blitz playoff.
Wow.
Now
So
Zelson is in a must-win game, and let's see if he could quickly forget about it and somehow recover.
Mikola up 1 right now, and Joseph has to win, but he does get white.
He does get white, yeah. So it'll be like a little bit an extra Armageddon.
So we're
in a
gonna
way,
see,
but with even clocks.
we're gonna see some very like high level prep, or
For sure.
very high level preparation
Yeah.
from Joseph, who strikes me as extremely
Okay,
varied.
so once again he goes for Alakine, Bortnik that is, for trustworthy Alakine. It's
bread and butter.
Save the.
Against Harshit in
Yeah.
last round of Classical.
Even though at some point he was in trouble, but he did hold it. So, okay, Joseph goes for the Bishop D3 92. It's a very standard system. They're both pretty well prepped, I guess.
So Bishop G4, some D4.
When you see the Bortnik brothers versus Polgar sisters in Rapid and Blitz match online,
Yeah,
yeah, that would be kind of interesting. The only thing is, Polgar sisters don't really play
a
anymore.
little retired.
So maybe Prague and
Vaishali.
yeah,
That
those
would be
ones.
very interesting.
Yeah, I think that would be more interesting because they're active players. They're in the peak of their career
Yeah, yeah.
against 2 legendary streamers and top players. And meanwhile, I think Bortnik is already doing very well. It goes knight b4. If the bishop moves, knight takes c4. Otherwise, I'm trading on d3, bishop g6. Yeah,
Open position.
looks like we
bishop
might
there.
not get an Armageddon.
Yeah.
So that's why it's good we talked about what it is.
But anything can happen.
Anything
this
can happen,
This
yeah.
is 3-2. I mean, we've seen
we-
look at what just happened in game 1.
Yeah, we've seen upper piece games, being spoiled, right?
Yeah.
So it's anything. Oh, but the 94 you can't play because of f5. I think black
F5,
might already
F4.
be. I guess the only move is queen d4.
Queen D4, bishop F6, queen G4.
But then h5, queen f4, bishop e5, and then just keep attacking the queen, and then you win the c4 pawn. I think that might be already be close to dire for Joseph because you can't play 94. Just going up. Bortnik following his game against Lomasov. Interestingly enough, again, like very fitting how Lomasov and he was the
commentating.
commentator here.
Simeon Lomasov,
Everything is just
Grandmaster.
so fitting in this tournament.
So is this a move right now? Oh, what happened? Maybe a
Let's
refresh?
just.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so he did go like that, and
because
now.
I was gonna say H4, if Queen G3, Knight C4, maybe F4. Like it, I mean, it looks very risky and it looks very
You down
structurally
the pawn and,
unsound.
yeah, no, h5. No, I think h5 black is just winning now. Because you queen f4, bishop e. Yeah, you're just losing a pawn.
Yeah,
No, it's very bad. I mean, all black, and plus black just needs a draw, right? So it's very
yeah.
bad news for white.
It's playing with a free hand.
Oh, I mean, the Blitz game they played before the round. Oh, Bortnik actually played a practice game with?
Oh, maybe
I
on
didn't-
chess.com.
Oh, on chess.com.
Maybe.
Oh, wow. How interesting. Queen f6. I mean,
Doing a
this
little bit of
almost forces the queen trade, or you're going to have to lose the b2 pawn if you want to stop it. Yeah, I mean, and plus Bortnik, to make matters worse, is up when the clock. He still has almost all of his 3 minutes left, and
Ouch.
Joseph only has 1 minute. Yeah, it's looking like, unless a miracle happens, it's looking like it's over for
Yeah.
Joseph.
Ouch.
Now
I
the
mean,
4 bishop take, now the b2 pawn hangs, and
had really such a golden opportunity
Last
in the
game.
first game.
yeah, now it's
King
just
B7.
such a downer, yeah. To lose like that, like founding only one way to lose, basically.
That's his, yeah, I mean, these are his only losses in this entire weekend, right?
Yeah, yeah,
He was undefeated in the Classical.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, Bortnik is an experienced blitz player for a reason, right? There's a reason they say good players is always lucky.
Yeah.
Somehow,
I mean, he's a demon. He's a speed demon for sure.
luck, luck finds the worthy, but not obviously Joseph is also worthy, but yeah, there can only be one champion, and
I mean, I guess what do you do here? Down a pawn.
2 pawns.
Oh, it's two
pawns.
two
yeah.
pawns. I can't even math, but I guess you shouldn't be mathing if you're like in this situation. You have to go for something. Maybe knight b5, bishop c3,
Yeah, you have to just go for some attack, hope it works, but
f4,
of course it doesn't. Yeah, because now the bishop on d2 is bad, and.
queen d4 might come.
Yeah, queen d4.
Bishop f5 is very much just like no nonsense.
No nonsense.
No
yeah,
nonsense
practical.
for you.
And Bortnik is a very good practical player, and you have to be if you want to be a good blitz player.
But I guess so. Bishop c3 is coming.
Ah, but Queen b2, and isn't that just? Oh, Bishop.
Bishop c3.
What just happened? Bishop c3 and Queen g7 made it.
Wait,
What just happened?
What just
We're
happened?
gonna get an Armageddon. This is insane.
no way. No, this has to be analysis. This has to be analysis. No,
No,
way.
it did happen. He blundered Queen b2 and he missed. He thought he's winning. He's forking the knight and he missed Bishop c3.
No,
Wow.
but that's too elementary.
No, I mean
with that much time.
in blitz, it's possible.
No way. We're gonna get some confirmation, chat. So
No, it's,
we will be there.
Anything is believable.
What?
In blitz, anything could happen.
No
something.
way.
I mean, maybe he just thought it was over.
He thought it was over. Queen b2, forking queen and bishop, and just missed bishop c3.
Yeah, I think it was just the first one you looked at. You didn't look at anything else.
But knight b5 bishop c3 is literally the only try for a while.
Well, he thought knight c7 is the idea. He forgot about bishop c3.
I guess he forgot about g7.
No, the
Forgot
point
about
is like
G7.
you teach the students. You look at. I teach all my students. Look at all of the things they're trying to do. They're trying to go knight c7, but they're also
Joseph won, and it's Armageddon now.
Joseph won.
Wow. No way.
Both games have been flipped. The first game was
Yeah,
the other way.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's like justice.
So
No.
how is this bidding process going to work? Miguel, would you like to explain to the chat?
I'll ask the TV. I
Okay.
think it's just a set Armageddon, the classic 5-4.
5-4?
Yeah.
And
Like I said, unless a miracle happens, and a miracle delivered. Yeah.
I guess I mean, I don't know if you believe in karma over the board, but is there some poetic justice for the previous game?
Well, usually in my experience, someone who loses a painful game will just end up losing after that. But
They'll
this
just
is-
collapse, right?
Yeah,
They'll crumble.
either collapse or it would just not go their way. But this time, it's like when you don't score a goal, they will score against you.
Right.
But here, yeah, quite incredible.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. I mean,
Yeah, what is the Armageddon time control?
and who's white and black?
Okay. And who has the white?
Who's which? Okay, so I guess Joseph is to be preferred, based
Well,
off. I mean,
I would still think that
Mikola's gonna put pressure
Mikola is a better blitz player, I think.
for sure. But
So
I guess
still think Mikola is a slight favorite, but in Armageddon, anything can of course happen.
so they're gonna be starting. Chat. I don't know if you heard. They're gonna be starting in about 30 seconds.
Now probably less, like 10 seconds.
International Master Mikola Bortnik has got 5 minutes, but he's white in a must-win situation, whereas Joseph Seltzen has 4 minutes as black and does have draw odds. And there is no increment. This is 5 plus 0 versus 4 plus 0. So I don't know what happens if pieces go flying. This is why I feel
we're
like
off.
increment is
And
how
the
you
game
do it.
started with 1e4, and Joseph is
Scandinavian.
Scandinavian.
Queen
What?
A5 Scandi too.
He did not gonna go knight c6 this time, but wow, he played Scandi. I guess it's a good blitz opening because it's like a very pattern like
Wait,
opening. You can
What
just
was 4b4 played?
yes, it was. We played a gambit,
What
wing gambit against Scandi. No, it
is this
exists.
thing?
It exists. Yeah.
Okay.
And opening the file now, for example, you can't develop the bishop, which you normally would want to do.
yeah.
Very interesting.
Wow.
White has initiative, so
I
definitely.
myself am a Scandid player myself, but I don't play this Queen A5 old school stuff. I don't know if it's considered old school, but feels like
Yeah.
Queen D6 and Queen D8 are a
No,
little
it makes
more
sense. Like
fashionable.
White wants to get initiative in a must-win game, and yeah, Knight D5 takes. Well, it does seem like White has an active position, but
H3, maybe
it's
calm
not.
mode.
It's probably roughly equal objectively. White seemingly has full compensation, but it's not. Okay, so he goes Knight E4, logical move, trying to get the pawn back.
And notice
simplify.
when we chop off the increment, Joseph is playing much faster now. Like, I think before it was Mikola that would always have a time advantage, but Mikola's already spent a minute, and Joseph has not even spent
Well,
half
maybe
a minute.
Nicole is still shell shocked after what happened in the previous game, right? Like it's
Yeah, it's
So-
hard to bounce from that.
Yeah,
bounce
it's just
back
like
from that.
quite incredible turn of events. Yeah, I think he's equalized. I mean, White's pawns are a bit weak. White still has some activity, but I'm not gonna even try to pretend to predict results anymore.
Oh,
in,
hell no. We
Blitz, Blitz Armageddon.
We
That's
can't.
Just,
I don't know if anyone here is betting, man, but I feel
it's like trying to predict crypto.
yeah, it's very
Uh,
difficult. Very difficult.
Yeah, so Queen A3.
So I guess what Rook takes B7 looks risky, but I guess maybe you
There's
have
no
to go
mate
for it
yet.
because you have H3, Queen's
Yeah.
covering C1.
Yeah, I
Queen
guess
takes
you
A2.
could try to take on C4, but
Okay.
White's bringing the queens and the rook up.
So H4, Bishop takes C4. White is down a pawn, but White does have a lot of activity.
Well, he regains the pawn with knight C6.
Oh, because
so.
Bishop D5, knight E7.
Oh, goes Bishop D5. Wow, that's interesting. So knight D8, he wants to play what? Bishop E4.
Oh, knight D8. I was only looking at knight E7.
I guess yeah. You can also go knight E7. Yeah, this is a wild position. There's a lot of. Okay, so he goes for this. Okay, so now Queen D5, Rook A7. Well, White will be up a pawn
And
here.
importantly, Rook D5, Rook F7.
Yes.
You don't
Or
wanna
even-
get
or even
back
queen, or
ranked.
even Queen F7. Okay, so now he's down a pawn, in an endgame, and well, this is the problem for Black is any kind of drawish endgame is
He'll
not
get
gonna work.
flagged.
He will get flagged. Exactly. It won't
He'll
work
get
for-
dirty flagged.
Yeah, exactly.
These things we only see online might actually transpire over the board.
Yeah.
I mean, King H2, just keep your king safe.
Yeah,
And
I think
then just
White
push
has
that pawn.
No, White has a huge advantage, but Black is doing their best. He's creating counterplay on the pawn. Oh, right, Rook F7. Okay, that's a killer. Oh, that's just a killer because if Rook F7, you have Rook
E8.
E8, and if Queen F7, you have Rook F7, Queen D2. Okay, that's just game over.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. And that's it.
We have our club
That's
champion.
it. Rook F8 and Rook F8, Queen F8. That's it. Game over.
Wow.
So Bortnik's initiative did turn out to prove decisive.
Congratulations to Mikola. I
Yeah.
mean, really,
this game was really very good game.
I mean,
Very
for
impressive.
sure. I mean, even his round, his second game was very good. Besides this absurd Bishop C3 miss, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it takes a lot of character and resilience to even just recollect and
Bounce back.
recalibrate.
Yeah, I mean, also Joseph, showed good resilience in the previous game, bouncing back for the first. So really, they're both deserving winners, right? But unfortunately, there can only be one, and hopefully Joseph will play many years to come, many years again.
I mean, he'll be competing for this club title. I mean, especially if
Yeah.
we have so many GMs withdrawing in the future. But
Yeah. Well, if I play, I will probably not withdraw if I still have chances.
now that you know that, like, most of these other GMs are withdrawing, but
Although I like being with you guys, so I don't really want to play anymore.
oh, of course, yeah. Maybe next time I'll be getting buys again, and then we can do
Yeah.
another commentary. So I guess maybe we'll be getting our winner very shortly. It would be
Yeah.
amazing to be able to do an interview.
Yep.
We will be right back, chat. I guess, do we need to change the scene?
Yeah, he's coming. Great.
Miguel, do we need to change the scene?
Uh-huh. Oh, they're both coming. Okay.
Maybe like a full screen? We don't need a board, right?
Not prepared.
I mean, no, just full camera. Yeah, this is good, right? Okay, so...
Great.
Okay, chat. So we will be, I guess, Mikola probably should come first, right?
Yeah. Oh, actually, maybe they can both come at the same time, right? Okay.
Oh, you leave the chairs.
Leave the chair. We're gonna put chairs around.
Yeah. One on each side. No, we're gonna, yeah, we need 2 chairs, so, yeah, if you could just step back and.
And move the camera as much as I can.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go, oh, you're gonna line up this way?
Okay.
Yeah, winner and runner-up like this.
Let's give both of them a round of applause for an amazing
absolutely.
playoff game.
Congratulations.
No,
Joseph, I think.
Oh, that one?
Sit on this.
Oh, this works too.
You just have to,
Yeah, we got it. Oh boy. Great.
So,
All right. Well, amazing Blitz match, guys, and First of all, I want to congratulate both of you for a fantastic tournament. 5 out of 6, 4 wins, no losses in such a tough field where we saw grandmasters dropping out like flies before the tournament, during the tournament, and you guys persevered. Congratulations to both of you. I already spoke a little bit to Mikola after his draw. Joseph, just wanted to ask you, what were your impressions about the tournament? What was maybe your favorite game, and any thoughts?
So yeah, usually when I play tournaments, the suffering begins from round one. You know, lots of lost positions, but this tournament only the last game was at a lost position, I think. So that was refreshing. Like,
Oh yes, speaking of the last game, what inspired e4 knight c6? Like, you know, if we didn't know the standings, we would have thought it was you who had 3.5 and your opponent who has 4.5, and that you're in an absolutely must-win game. And I know you normally don't play e4 knight c6, so what inspired that very courageous, interesting choice in that game?
Yeah, that very unfortunate choice was because I just didn't want to play the Alapin. Because I had prepared the Alapin for Mikola, but apparently Zachary does something slightly different, and I haven't looked at it in a while, so I was just like, whatever. We'll play this.
Wow, but this one was like definitely caught me very, very much off guard, and yeah, it was a very tense game. I remember like you played b5 after something 25-minute thing, and then you have a very long thing right after. So I was wondering, did you miss something after b5 originally?
No, I really didn't want to go b5 because I thought it was probably bad. But I really didn't want to go castles because he goes knight d4, knight b3, and that's no fun. And then so eventually I decided on castles, and I was either going to respond to d takes c6 with b4 or castles, and I probably miscalculated both moves. So yeah, I don't know. It's the last round. You know, the quality of my chess is always much lower in the last round.
Well, I mean, you bended, but you didn't break. I mean, he did have very good opportunities, but it was never super easy. And that knight b8 move was a very nice resource that I'm sure he missed. These backward knight moves are very pesky. And then, yeah, you might have even been a little bit better in the endgame, but, you know, I guess the draw was somewhat of a fair result. And it's kind of fitting that you had to overcome the last year's Marshall Championship to kind of as a gatekeeper to become one yourself. So a kind of a fitting ending. And what about the Blitz playoff? What was your impression? It felt like a little bit like roles reversed in the sense that the first game kind of you should have won because kind of found the only way to lose, and then the second game was the other way around. So it's kind of interesting playoff in that sense.
Yes, I mean it's like 10 p.m. We've just played 6 games, 2 games a day, 2 days in a row. So you have to get a losing position first, and then pray that your opponent blunders, and they probably will because you know.
Yeah.
The next game you blunder.
But I have to say I admired both of your fighting spirits because, you know, after such a tough loss to come back and fight well and for both of you was very impressive. And I thought, Mikola, your game, you know, with your initiative you created in that Armageddon was very strong. It was very difficult for him to play.
I used to play this line against Hikaru.
Oh, against Hikaru, so...
Yeah, one time. And I got decent positions, so I decided why not.
Yeah.
Give up a pawn, get some initiative, especially when I'm in must-win situation. Right?
Yep. Yeah, it turned out to be a good choice. I think it was at some point fine for black, but it was always tricky to play, and then rook takes f7 was a nice finishing touch. So Mikola, what does it feel? How does it feel to become the for the first time Marshall Chess Club champion?
It's a good feeling. It was my small dream because when I came for the first time in New York City and I found this place, it was I think 4 years ago. Yeah, and I found this list of players, whoever won the tournament, and my small dream was be part of this players.
Yeah,
be among them.
It's a big honor.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
finally, I did it. So. Thank you.
Yeah, well, congratulations to both of you. I mean, you both played a really inspiring chess. Like, I was very impressed. Like, normally when I just need a draw to win the tournament, I would play a very solid opening, like Petrov or something very solid. But both of you, when you all you needed to draw, Alekhine, e4, knight c6. So you both really exhibited amazing fighting spirit. Not just this game, but all the other games previously, like your game against Hamrakulov, all those beautiful pawn sacks, d5, c5. Really, you guys really value piece activity, and no, it's a pleasure to watch your games, especially when you're in good form.
The thing about this last round was that, I mean, for both of us, if we made a draw, we couldn't get clear first. So it was must-win-ish. Because with a draw, no matter what happens... Well, actually, for me...
Well, I think, yeah,
it was
but
only for me. If I made a draw, then I couldn't get clear first. So I wanted to win.
yes, that's true, but at the same time, it is a little bit. I mean, sharing first and second is still, you kind of lose much more with a loss than gain with a win, in a sense, right?
Yeah, but you have to, risk it for the biscuit. as they
Yeah,
say.
I guess that's true. No, I like the attitude. Yeah, like I became a chicken player. I used to be a fighting player. I guess that's why you guys are playing and sitting here, and I'm here. So that explains. Well, it's a great pleasure watching you both play some amazing fighting chess, and thank you both for coming for this interview. And I really enjoyed the time doing this. And is there anything else last minute that either of you want to tell the fans here about your tournament or anything else?
Yeah, I think it's the first tournament that I really prepared, and I'm happy that it gives me some result. Finally, I stopped losing my rating. So, thanks for this tournament, for organization, and I definitely will play the next year. So I will try to repeat this result. I hope.
Yeah, thanks for the organization, guys. A lot of people stayed here a long time, working pretty hard to get this running smoothly. And I assume I'll also be playing next year. I will try to ensure that Mikola does not repeat his result. But yeah, it's I just played US Masters. I scored 5.5 out of 9, playing bad chess against lower-rated players. So it's nice to know that I can actually play well sometimes.
Yeah, we all need that reassurance sometimes. But some people in the chat are asking, what's your next tournament?
Spice Cup.
Spice Cup in St. Louis. Yeah, that's like a big Norm Swiss with a lot of strong GMs. And Mikola, what about you?
No idea.
Maybe we'll meet in some Marshall random tournaments.
Or some online tournaments on
Or
chess.com.
some online tournament. Title Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you both for coming. Congratulations again to both of you, and it's been a pleasure. And thank you all for staying here for this very long stream. I hope you all enjoyed this commentary. It's been a great pleasure for me to do this for you guys, and hopefully do some more of these in future big tournaments of the Marshall.